Gemini, how are you? This is Crystal for the channel Terra Me Please, coming at you for a general reading for Gemini for the week starting March 6, 2023. Let's get to business. Let's lay down your cards. Gotta close that window. My goodness. There we go. Oof. This candle smells nice. It's my new lavender candle, part of the Zodiac series. Just arrived. I love it. How fitting, right? It's part of the Zodiac series. Got 12 of them. Favorite one, I lit up right away, my lavender candle. If you haven't already noticed, lavender is my favorite color. Anyway, Gemini, let's go ahead and meditate on your cards, which I've just laid down. Let's let the energies flow through them, around them. Let the cards absorb the energy from the universe and from all you Geminis out there. And let them guide you to your soul's higher purpose. All right. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start flipping the cards. Now this is for the week starting March 6, 2023. Gemini, what is your energy gonna be? Well, couldn't have said it better myself. That is Gemini energy. If you don't already know, the Lover's card is Gemini energy. So you are showing up. See, when the person I'm reading for actually shows up in their energy, then you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right. You're on the right path. Things are good. All right? You're exactly where you need to be. Okay? Having said that, let's now look at the energy crossing you, Gemini. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a person in your life that's showing up in your reading. It's a fire sign. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is very confident and passionate and self-assured and charismatic and vibrant and optimistic. She's very feisty. And so this is a person, she's not a young'un. She's, mature. She's full grown, and she is showing up in your reading. And I'm wondering who this person is, Gemini. Is it a boss? Is it your mom? Is it a friend? Is it a business associate? Is it your grandma? Who is it? Who's this feminine, feisty, confident energy embodied by in your life? Let's look at your recent past, Gemini. What does that card have to say? Okay, that's the Devil. That's either a Capricorn in your recent past. Do you know any Capricorns? Can you think of any? Or it's having to do with unhealthy attachments. So the Devil card, which is a major arcana card, represents addictions and just things that don't serve your higher purpose. I would say, for example, it could be greed, being addicted to money, or it could be envy, it could be some kind of obsession, some kind of cheating energy, lust, just abuse, and you feeling powerless, not having the will to surpass this energy, whatever it is, whatever addiction or vice we're talking about. So if it's not a Capricorn in your recent past, then it's like the issue of addiction or some unhealthy attachment. You would be able to tell me what it is. Some of you Geminis out there might have some kind of unhealthy attachment, and then others of you might have a Capricorn in your recent past. Okay? Let's now flip the immediate future card, Gemini. That's the Knight of Wands card. And this is you in the picture, Gemini. And the Knight of Wands card has to do with resilience and persistence and fatigue and grit. It's like you're almost at the tens. The tens represent completion. So you're at the nines. You've been through quite a bit because you've reached up to the nines. And you've been through battle. You've been fighting. You've been hurt and injured. And you have the scars to show for it. And you might be thinking, oh, I can't do it anymore. I got to give up. No, no, no. But this card just tells you to keep on going. And it might be healthy to put up some healthy boundaries while you're at it, you know, so you can reach that 10 of completion. When I look at these two cards, you know, side by side, here's the recent past and here's the immediate future. I'm thinking, you know, that you did have some unhealthy attachment, or maybe you do still have the unhealthy attachment, and you're kind of grappling and trying to come to terms with it. And you know, you have the scar tissue to show for, you know, whatever addictions you've been through, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can stay go the distance and whatever, stand my ground. But the universe is telling you that you actually can, reach the finish line. But you're going to have to put up some healthy boundaries and try to shake these unhealthy attachments, is what the universe is telling you. So I'm curious to know what that unhealthy attachment is. What is it that's trying you right now? What is it that's challenging you right now, Gemini? But you could tell me better, right? Let's now go to your conscious mind. So what is on your conscious mind for this week? That's the Page of Wands. This is a person in your life. Pages usually represent very young energy, like young children even. Knights represent adolescents and teenagers, whereas pages represent children. And so the Page of Wands in particular is a kid who is energetic, has fresh ideas, is fearless, is extroverted, wants to discover things. So who is that in your life, Gemini? Who's that kid? Who's that, curious kid who is very enthusiastic and has a lot of energy and is fearless and has fresh ideas? Who's this kid? Very extroverted too. Is it your own kid, or is it somebody who lives with you, or is it somebody you babysit, or who's the kid? Anyhow, let's now go to another card. Now, this card right here is energy that may be influencing you, your actions and your thoughts, but you may not be aware of it. What's on your unconscious mind, Gemini? That's the Queen of Cups. That's another person. Because queens and kings and pages and knights are all people in your life. This is the Queen of Cups. She's on your unconscious mind. So I'm thinking she was once in your life, maybe when you were a child or quite a few years ago, but she's still lingering, maybe in your heart or maybe in your unconscious. But anyhow, the Queen of Cups is, she's very calm and she's intuitive. She is very kind and compassionate, warm, and she's a healer. She's supportive. So I'm wondering if this is, if this is your mom, or maybe your grandma or an aunt, somebody who was very supportive of you in the past, Gemini, and she's still kind of like lingering in your system. It's very beautiful energy. It was somebody who was very warm-hearted to you. Yeah. Um, it's different from this feminine, mature energy, the Queen of Wands. This is like a really feisty person, confident and all that, whereas this is like the the nurturing person that was once in your life, or may still be in your life. Who knows? Okay. What are your hopes and fears in this trajectory, Gemini? Okay, that's the Eight of Wands card. That has to do with like speed and action. The Eight of Wands card represents travel and change and movement and speed and progress, sudden changes, excitement. So, you know, I'm thinking this is a hope, not a fear of yours, Gemini. And so we're talking about like really fast actions that kind of almost like a tidal wave that want to like you know put shift you in one direction or another. And you're just supposed to go with the flow. It's like the universe kind of giving you an extra nudge to go with the flow and follow the path that you're meant to follow towards your soul's higher good. So, you know, I think this is in your hopes. And it's basically an extra nudge, an extra hint from the universe to get you on your way, on the right path. And when I say the right path, I'm thinking, you know, to abandon, shake this addiction, this unhealthy attachment, and go on the right path towards your soul's higher good. That's what I'm thinking. That's what popped into my mind when I was reading this card at first. You sure have a lot of Wands energy here. You got the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So, yeah. And I haven't even pulled all the cards yet. Got a lot of fiery energy here. Okay, on to this card right here. Now, throughout this whole, I'm thinking this is like I'm thinking this is kind of like the addiction, the unhealthy attachment of some sort that you're having to battle, Gemini. And what's your influence going to be throughout this whole battle, this whole path towards, you know, healthy living or shaking your addiction? Ace of Cups. So you got some love in your heart. The Ace of Cups is energy that represents intimacy and emotional awakening, spirituality, intuition, love, creativity. The spirituality, the awakening part of it really hits me, because it's like, okay, these unhealthy attachments are of the earthly realm. You know, whether it's alcohol or smoking or drugs or lust or greed, these are all, you know, things of the material world on earth. And they're all kind of like trappings, pitfalls, you know, that we go through, that we encounter in life. And we shouldn't succumb to these temptations. But sometimes we do. And this card is saying that, you know, going through this battle with the addiction, you're seeing you're waking up to what is spiritually meant for you, Gemini. I mean, like I said, the Ace of Cups, you know, emotional awakening, spirituality. That's what I see here on this card. Your emotional awakening and your spirituality. It's like, you know, you will soon be thinking, hey, you know, this is not for my higher good. You know, this is not spiritual. This is very earthly and low, and, you know, doesn't serve any purpose for me. And so I should keep my mind on the love, you know, around me, the supportive energies around me, and go on a healthier path towards my soul's higher good, is what I'm seeing. Yeah. Okay, so your attitude going into this whole battle of addiction is going to be very nice. It's very nice. You're spiritually awakening to your soul's higher purpose, Gemini. Now let's look at what the external influence will be on your final outcome after this whole big battle of addiction. Okay, that's the Two of Wands, another Wands card. I'm telling you. The Two of Wands talks about planning and the first steps, decision making, taking risks, leaving comfort. And this is not you, Gemini. This is somebody in your life. Okay? And I'm thinking it might be this same person, because wands are fiery energy. So we're talking about either a Sagittarius or a Leo or an Aries in your life. Okay? And this person wants to make plans for you to move away from all this addiction stuff. They want to help you, basically. Yeah. They want to help you. So here, they're making plans for you, but you haven't accepted them yet. They're just making plans. See, the twos are like making plans and, starting off, not even starting off a project, but just making plans. That's it, okay? Whereas the Three of Wands is like, already starting to go on that path, that executing that plan. But here they're just making the plans for you. So having said all that, let's now go to the final outcome. Ooh, nice. Strength. That is very nice. So, this strength card is Leo energy. So there might be a Leo in your life. It might be this Leo, because I said this was a fire sign. It could be either a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And this is the Leo card, period. But otherwise, the strength card is your inner strength, Gemini. It's you conquering your demons. It's you conquering the beast within. It's you having the inner strength. It's having self-love to beat this thing, this addiction, whatever it may be, and go on towards your higher good. So this is wonderful energy for the final outcome. When somebody has self-love and inner strength, then they can go against any beast and conquer it, is what this card says. And that's your final outcome, Gemini. I'm very glad for you. Yeah. So this was your spread. This is you. I mean, this reading is very, very, it's just the universe saying, I meant it, because you're showing up here in the self on the spread, the Gemini. And you've been dealing with some unhealthy addictions, and you're needing to put up some healthy boundaries in your life. Yeah, don't give up. That's what this card is trying to tell you. And seems like you've got some people to support you through this. A water sign and a fire sign here. And I'm thinking that's either your kid or something of that effect. Something to that effect. This Page of Wands is a young person, is a child. And you got that child on your mind right now. And I'm thinking it's either your child or somebody very close to you. Right? And the attitude that you're going to go towards this whole thing, kicking this addiction, is through an attitude, just through the standpoint of love and understanding. And you got a person here to help you, making plans for your recovery and all that. And in the final outcome, hey, you're showing your willpower. You're beating it. You're beating the addiction. I love it. That's what I have for you, Gemini. I've enjoyed this reading. I hope you have as well. I hope some, if not all, resonated with you. And if it did, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Tarot me, please. My name is Crystal. It's been a pleasure. I will see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.